Good morning, I am Nick with Advanced Plumbing. It's springtime and I wanted to talk about sump pumps. Why sump pumps are important, what to check out at your house, and I'll talk about our pump that we use a little bit. So first off, why are sump pumps important? Sump pumps collect the storm water around your house and get it away from your house. So it protects you from getting flooded out is what it does. So typically in a house, there's a sump pit and there's tile ran around the house. That tile is ran to the sump pit, which takes it to the sump pump, and the pump does its job and pumps it out of the house, away from the house. That's all it's for, protecting you from getting flooded. So very important. It can be very costly to have a failure. We just had one just a couple weeks ago. Lady was out of town, came home, she had a foot of water in her basement just because the pump failed. So every spring, go down, check it out, make sure the pump is operating. So for you homeowners, what you want to do every spring is locate your sump pit. Typically, if you have a basement, it is in your basement, in a mechanical room, storage room, sometimes in a closet, tucked away in the corner. They're not the prettiest things to look at, so most homes, they try to hide them somewhere. A sump pit is a hole in your ground. The pit is usually anywhere from 18 to 22 inches wide. Most of them have lids on them. To expose the pump, you'll have to pop that lid off. First thing I want you guys to look at is that pit clean? We do not want to, pump solids through this pump. They're not designed to pump real big solids. If you got a dirty sock down there or mud or rocks, whatever we see, we want to make sure to clean that out. So if your pit is clean, or if it's dirty, I'm sorry, make sure we're getting shot back. We're sucking all that stuff out of there. We do not want solids running through our pumps. That's the first thing. Second thing is the pump operating? How you do that is most pumps have a float switch on the outside. A couple ways you can check. One, reach down in there, pull the float up. It should activate. The other way, get some water, pour it down in there, make sure it's moving water. That's what we like to see, moving water. I always check the manufacturer date on it. If we see a pump over really 10 years old, 10 years old, I'm gonna tell you, hey, keep an eye on it. Might be time to replace that. So there should be a manufacturer stamp on it that tells you the date of manufacturing, so we know how old that pump is. The other thing is on the outlet. This is your outlet here. I'll pull that off. You should see probably two, not all of them are the same, but one plug-in is going to control the float, one's going to control the pump. So if we plug just the pump in, your pump should activate. Okay. If you have it plugged into the float switch, that float switch tells the pump when to turn on. So if that's plugged into the float switch, the pump is plugged into the float switch, plug in into the outlet. Once this lifts, the float lifts up all the way, it'll tell the pump to turn on and tell it to turn off when the float drops. That's really what you should be checking, guys. Make sure there's no debris. There is a check valve usually off the top of this, off the piping. We want to make sure there's no debris in there as well. But that's what we should be checking. I'll go over this pump and why we like it real quick. This is a half horse pump. So it's got a half horse motor. It can do, I believe, 3,700 gallons an hour, which is more than enough for a residential home. It's got a stainless steel body, as you can see, a cast impeller, great pump. We haven't had too many problems with them. Another reason why we like these pumps is they come with a 3-year warranty. And that is from date of install. That's one thing you got to be careful about. is Sump Pumps say date of manufacturing. So it can sit on the shelf for 11 months. You install it on that 12th month, it fails 3 months after you get it installed. That warranty is void because it's date of manufacturing. So make sure you ask your professional if it's date of manufacturing or date of install. But this comes with a 3-year warranty. Great little pump. It can actually pass 3/4 of an inch through this pump. Has a screen on it to allow, it doesn't allow solids to go through it. But yeah, that's what we got, and hope this helps with your sump pump activities at home. So make sure we're checking them out. If you guys aren't able or you can't check them yourself, give me a call, or if you just don't want to, give us a call at Advanced Plumbing. We'd be more than happy to come and check it out for you. Nick with Advanced Plumbing, and we repair what your husband fixed. Thanks.